We're good.
Okay, here we go. Got a little bit of a late start today. Got some technical difficulties again. You'll hear about that in You Suck. So, my name is David. This is my brother Ray, and we are,
Preachers from the bleachers.
and away we go. So, you can hear us right here on YouTube. You can watch us with our cool little backgrounds. And you can check us out on Spotify.
Spotify.
Thank you.
Spotify.
And always on
Spotify.
anchor.fm/preachers from the bleachers. As always, we'll listen to comments or reply to anything you got to say, or act on any suggestions you might have about what you want to hear us talk about. So pass this on to anybody that you think might be interested in listening, or just want to make fun of us, whatever.
We're easy to make fun of. So
Yeah, that is true. So today we're going to talk about baseball starting tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit about NBA. There's lots going on there. A little bit of NFL, some NCAA coaches, what's going on with those guys, and then all about the Benjamins, the serial character version. So I'm going to like all about the Benjamins. That's something we came up with last year. Like who's on your currency for your team, or in this case, your cereal boxes.
yeah, cereal is a sport.
Cereal is a sport. All right, so let's start out with baseball. So baseball starts tomorrow. So, and I know you want to talk about some who's going to do what and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to listen to you tonight because I am way behind on some baseball listening. Usually, if I play fantasy baseball, man, I'm like all over who's where and who's good.
How does anybody play fantasy baseball? That seems real difficult to me.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's something you got to look at every day, but it's something that makes me keep track of the sport a lot more. So, probably in future seasons, I will do that just so
Oh, okay. I get it.
everything.
So
Yeah,
you got to play fantasy baseball to make you keep up with baseball.
a lot. That or the Rangers have to be good, and so
Well, that's important. I get it because
fantasy
like
baseball.
I watch, I watch because I watch my team play, and then whenever the Chicago Scrubs is losing, that usually gets my attention too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who you got, man? Who you thinking?
Oh man, let me run it down to you, brother. First of all, let's just cut to the chase. In the East, I got the Yankees. That's an easy pick, right? It's
Yeah.
60 games. After 10 games, if they're missing a pitcher, they're probably just gonna go buy one. So let me get to let me get the Yankees. In the West, I got the Astros. They said there's not gonna be any more video equipment for nobody. Like they took out little video rooms or whatever.
Then how are they going to win?
But they will find a way. Hey man, Dusty Baker is a good man.
He is.
So I believe Dusty Baker just going, play baseball. That's what they do. So and then in the Central, I got my White Sox. And
They
no,
look good, I've heard.
some people think that's just kind of a homer pick. I think we got the right mix of young people and young veterans. Like we ain't got nobody that's like 38 on the squad. Uh, but in terms of hitters anyway, and skill positions, there might be some old guy on the pitching staff. I forget, but we picked up a lot of good people. So I believe that Aloy, I think he might make a run at an MVP bid, not a serious one, like maybe like number 10 or something. I think he just gonna have a good, he gonna have a real good year. I love my man. I call him Bat Flip. I don't even know his real name no more because he just don't care about the unwritten rules. Man, you ain't
The
see
San
my
Carlos fan? Who you talking
no,
about?
no. I want about to say Tim Reynolds. You're gonna make me say the wrong name, but White Sox in the Central.
All right.
I've been drinking, man, so the names don't come to me right. But anyway, uh, in the wild card, man, I took the Twins. Look, it. I'm just gonna be honest. It was hard to pick the White Sox over the Twins. Twins is legit as could be. But I don't know why they can't never win over the even back in the day when they had Gardenhire. God damn it, I remember the name.
Drawing high?
When they had Gardenhire at managing, they used to be real good then. They've been
Yeah.
real good for the last 2-3 years. But for whatever reason, they can't never always like push through. I don't know, maybe it's because it's the Yankees are always in their way, but even my White Sox was able to push through in 2005. So I'm just saying, something about the Twins that just makes them
I
fail.
like the Twins.
So, but I got the Twins and the Rays in the wild card. Yeah, but I
I
picked
know
them.
I'm fine with the Rays being there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think baseball should move out of Florida. They don't support their teams.
yeah. Well, I only picked the Rays because I look good in the blue, and it's my name. I'm just gonna be honest. Just keep it real with you.
All right
In the
then.
National League, where they will have a DH, gotta take the Braves in the
Love that.
East. When I think about the Braves, man, they almost back to the point where they used to be in the '90s, right? Win a lot, but not a lot of World Series. That's that's gonna
Exactly.
be they
I,
almost back to that point.
I pulled out my Tom Glavine Top Stadium Club baseball card the other day from 1992. That looked nice.
It looked nice, but was it worth a couple grand?
Probably not.
Okay. All right. In the Central, I got the Reds just because I don't see nobody else being able to do nothing else in the Central. So it's
I heard
almost like
Cincy
default.
looked good.
And then in the West, I gotta go to Dodgers, man. I love the
Yeah.
Dodgers. I don't know if it's because I live out here on the West Coast and we ain't got no real baseball team here in Las Vegas. I don't know if it's because it's the team of black people. Yeah, I said it's the team of black people. It's the team of Jackie Robinson. So everybody gonna love you. I mean, if you black and you, how you not love the Dodgers? So man, that might be what a black pick, if you will, a black homer pick because I like the Hey, Jackie Robinson. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing bad about Jackie Robinson. Dodgers. Let me get the Dodgers. And then and then in the wild cards, I took the Phillies. I believe
Okay.
in Joe Girardi as a manager.
I like
I
him.
think
Yeah.
I think he
He's done great over his career.
more importantly, I think he manages people and personnel real well. Like more like a Phil Jackson of baseball, not with the zen. He just do it the way that he do it. So I like Joe Girardi. Then I took the Padres for the same reason I took the White Sox. I took the Padres in the wild card because I think they just young enough, just good enough, but just young enough that they don't even know they ain't supposed to arrive yet. They probably really 2, maybe even 3 years away. But with 60 games, you get a bunch of young kids out there doing what they do, and they ain't smart enough to realize that they shouldn't be here yet. So
Yeah.
I took the Padres and the Phillies in the wild card, and then in the American League Championship, I'm just gonna go right past the NLDS. I'm gonna take the
Nice.
Yankees and the White Sox. I'm gonna take the Yankees to represent the American League. That's as far as I can take my homerism. I can't. I mean,
Yeah.
I might be pushing it a little. I'm pushing it a little bit, taking the White Sox in the Central. I can't push it and say they gonna beat the Yankees in the American League. But I am gonna be happy when they do. But for the record, I'm gonna take the Yankees. I'll be happy if we somehow if that's a wrong pick by me, that'll be one of them wrong picks that I'm happy about, right?
Right.
In Dodgers, dude, I ain't even gotta tell you. It's gonna be Dodgers and Yankees. I don't know if it's gonna be the Padres or the Phillies or it don't matter. The Dodgers is the best team in the West. I don't even think it's close. They just signed Mookie Betts to
Yeah.
$318 million, and the only thing I could think was, damn, he didn't even get football money. Uh,
No. But it's 100%. Aren't major league contracts 100% guaranteed?
that's right, right. His 318
So
is all of his. That is true.
maybe he did
Uh,
get that money.
but so maybe he did get that bag. But Dodgers, man, I don't even see how. You know what I mean? And then with a shortened season, maybe Clayton Kershaw will actually show up in the playoffs.
Maybe.
Maybe I mean with a short man, Dodgers. Then if I don't think I just talked myself into a Dodgers victory over the Yankees. Dodgers over the Yankees in the World Series.
All right. That's your. We write that. I wrote that down right now.
Write it all down. We're gonna hear your picks next week since you wasn't
We're
prepared.
gonna try. I was listening to some MLB radio this morning, trying to get back into it, and they were saying a lot of things like you were saying that the White Sox look good this year, the Reds look good this year. Man, but one of the guys said he thinks there's probably going to be a couple players hit over 400 this year because it's only 60 games, and usually if you get hot at the beginning of the season, man, it's a
Right.
this is a sprint this year, not a marathon. So
That's
I
why
think stuff's, yeah, I think stuff's going
picked
to
the Padre.
change.
That's why I picked the Padre.
Yeah,
In a sprint, take the young people.
yeah. But I think that right there at the end of the season, you're going to have a bunch of guys that are like tied or right there for the wild card or right there trying to get in. I mean, it's going to make it kind of really
The
exciting. But I
wild
think
card
that's
could be interesting. It might be
yeah,
it could be five teams in that
yes,
in game 55.
yeah.
Somebody
So
they I mean, I hope baseball ready to flip this coin or do
it's going
whatever
to
it
be like
is.
this. Yeah,
It's gonna be tight all the way. Just like when the NBA restart, they had to pick who ain't gonna be in the restart. Major League Baseball might have a problem. It's a good problem to have, having too many teams that's right here on the
that's a
playoff
lot of
bubble.
excitement.
That's a lot of excitement. The 60 games make it exciting, but if we get to
Yeah,
game 50 and you got more than half of your league possibly could be in the playoffs, that's a good thing. It's a good problem to have.
like injuries. Whereas before, you could weather a big injury, if it's for a few weeks or
It's
something
done.
like that. It's
It's
you're,
done.
you're done.
It's done. I don't think you're gonna see people, you know, if if uh if Judge from the Yankees is three
Yeah,
for three and when it's 2 innings left and they up 4 runs, you might have to take him out.
sitting down. Yeah,
You might have to take him out. You have to consider. And it sounds crazy because it's only 60 games, but you might have to have a little different strategy. You're not really resting players. You're just getting ready for game 61 because
yeah,
you good enough that you believe that you could be there in the end with a
right.
championship ring. So you have to do things a little differently when it's 60 games. You might have to rest players like you in the NBA or something.
Well, my only prediction so far for the season is that the Rangers will not be in the playoffs.
I
So
mean, yeah, this is true.
we'll see.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Don't they play hockey though?
they do, as a matter of fact, they double.
They double.
Play
They play
they play
baseball in the.
baseball in the summer and hockey in the winter,
All right, cool. All right, I was confused.
and
Thank you.
that's why they're not very good hitters is because they're swinging with hockey sticks.
They swinging real low.
Can't hit a lot of home runs with those.
Yeah.
All right, so in the preseason so far, I think we're going to see a lot of more of this. A lot of more. We're going to see a lot more of this going forward in other sports. As there's been a lot of kneeling so far, like in some preseason games, like the Giants. Several of the Giants the other day were kneeling for the national anthem. Several of the Reds the other day were kneeling for the national anthem. So, um, you know, that's going to be confrontational, I guess. But a lot of people are going to have to get used to that. I see more of that coming in this era of social justice reform. So, um,
Tim Anderson. That was the name.
thanks, man.
Tim Batflip and my bad, brother. My
There
bad.
you
I
go.
gotta stop drinking this, man.
What is it?
Make it is man, I ain't giving these people no pub. They ain't paying
Oh,
me.
oh,
It's a lady drink. I'm just gonna be honest. It's
all right.
margaritas in a bottle. I don't even like
Okay.
margaritas. But it was wet and my mouth was dry. So it's
Hey,
getting the job done.
you like those $2 margaritas? You always tell me about those.
Now that's different though. They $2.
It's a
they two
margarita.
dollars. They $2. I like it when it's cheap, bro. But Tim, I'm still about to say Tim.
Tim Anderson. We got
Tim
it.
Tim Batflip Anderson. That's what I call him for the White Sox is legit. And I could not think, man, but I'm back on track for a second.
We
I
get even
think if
old.
I think if the White Sox follow his lead, where he just got this I don't care attitude, I don't care about the written rules, I don't care about none of that. I think that's the way that you want to be when 60 games. Just go play. Don't worry about all that other unwritten rules and what we should be doing and what we should. Only thing you care about is run, throw, catch, and hit. That's it. Can you field it? Can you throw it?
Bases.
That's it. Just stay with the basics and be young and be spirited. I think that's us, man. Bat
Yeah.
flip,
So
flat,
if there's one thing that you take from tonight, our audience, Tim Anderson.
Tim Anderson, Tim bat flip Anderson.
All right, NBA, man, there's so much going on with the NBA right now. So NBA is 1 week away. Scrimmages started today. I haven't heard anything about any of those yet. Thank goodness, 346 players have tested positive for COVID. Great, the bubble is working. Black Lives Matter is on the court now, and it's bigger.
Is the bubble working?
I don't know.
Or See,
And there
this
was
is what
zero of
that's what I'm
346.
saying, man. So in the beginning with this COVID thing, I was like, BS. And then people around me started getting it. I done bought masks. I got like 4 masks. I was like, I'm never gonna buy a mask. Man, I got like 6 of them things. I'm starting to color coordinate them with my outfit.
I got
But
a 50 pack.
but it, but I
I
gotta
bought a 50 pack of.
see what I'm talking about. That's too much. So I got a
It was
friend.
like
I
$10,
got
$12.
I got a friend, and her mom is like is like super grandma. She babysit 5 kids. She do all the cooking and cleaning for everybody in 2 3 houses. You know, you know what I mean. She got the COVID.
Oh no.
So people were trying to figure out who gonna watch the kids. Who gonna but no. Super grandma just kept on doing the damn job. Ain't none of the kids. This was 3 weeks ago. I just found out about the story today. This was 3 weeks ago. Ain't none of the kids got COVID. Ain't nobody else in the house. And the people that come in and out of the house that she feed, you know, right? And nobody got the dog on COVID. So now my new theory, I'm not quite back to my original theory of all BS, but people they claimed is asymptomatic don't have it. You either sick or you ain't sick. Hey, my friend, I had a friend at work that got it, lost 25 pounds. She was attached to all kinds of stuff. So ain't no way in the world that just seems extreme. How one person can get it and and she literally touching the lives of 40 people. I mean, she cooked their food. Yeah, I mean, she touched their food. But nobody got the damn COVID. No way, bro. No way. So I'm not quite back to the COVID is BS. But then I hear zero COVID tests. Them brothers out there high fiving, catching bass fish, doing
They haven't done
dance
that yet.
routines. What?
Well, they no body contact on scrimmages and stuff yet. That was supposed to start today. So
Man, they touching the same damn basketball, man. So they might have 40 basketballs, but they only playing with 20 of them. They touching it, man. Come on, man. I don't know about this COVID thing, but definitely zero tests. What do you say? 346
yeah,
players. Sound it's still a good thing. Whether COVID
that's true.
is
I heard a bunch of NHL guys got it though, like 50 or 60 or something like that. Some number. I'll have to look it up later, but I heard there was a bunch of them.
so
So
definitely basketball. And who knows? I mean, like again, if you the NBA, if
you
you're
got millions.
if you asymptomatic, I mean, does it really help you to tell people? I'm just saying, $150 million. That's $150 million bubble, man. They try to play these games no matter what. I ain't saying they got zero, and I ain't saying they lying to these people. I'm just saying, I wonder.
Well, we will see.
I
So
wonder.
so it's about to start up. We'll see how it goes.
I
So
ain't
again,
guarding Steven Adams. He looks like he's sweaty. You don't know.
you just look sweaty. Just
You
sweat.
just you like when he sweat, it looked like a COVID-19 bubble trickling down his head. It
Wow.
ain't even the same clear color
Let
as
me
other
cons-
people's
I'm
sweat. It's
a,
kind of pinkish, like pink eye.
I need to
I
consult
will
the
not
voters.
guard Steven Adams.
Is that actionable? Is that actionable? No, you don't know yet. Okay, we'll wait till. All right. So again, let's move on. So they painted Black Lives Matter on the court, and like I said, it's bigger than I thought, and it's actually on the court. I thought it was going to be behind the baselines or the out of bounds lines. All right, I got you. I got you. Uh, so well, that's cool. I mean, again, it's front and center. I like that some social change going on, which is long overdue. Um, but let's see, video boards are everywhere around the court.
And
Now,
that looks sick.
it,
That
it,
looks sick. Are they
I,
just gonna?
I would not like that. It would give me some motion sickness if some
It
stuff's going
depends
on.
on what they're gonna do with the video boards.
Yeah,
Like I can see where it could be a distraction depending on what you put. But if they're just gonna put people on the videos on the
yeah, like
video
the
board,
crowd.
then you know what I mean? Then it's just a normal day at the office. But oh, you could bet. Listen, when I saw the court, Black Lives Matter,
Yeah.
the video board
Yeah.
stole everything. So
Well,
I can only imagine, like, it might not be no more cheerleaders day. I'm just saying, like, they're at a point now where you can put those video boards behind the backboards
yeah.
and put whatever extra advertising that you
That's
want
exactly what
during
I see him doing.
during timeouts. You know what?
Because you don't
How
have to
much?
wait to pay for a commercial. It's right there while the
It's
play's going
right
on.
there. You see what I'm saying? We could run commercials during timeout. Man, all I saw was the NBA making money. Hey, props to the NBA. Props
Yeah.
to the NBA because
Well, they're
I,
losing a lot of money, so get some
I
back.
mean,
That's
you might
great.
as well do something.
Yeah.
Like I mean, there no one puts on the show just for the sake of putting on the show. Like, we trying to at very least not lose our fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But ultimately, if we try it and COVID-19 takes over, people will understand. All right, man, we tried the doggone sports. It ain't working. It is what it is. Ain't gonna be no NBA champion. But not to try, people might feel a certain way. I think they had a poll that said 76% of the people said they ready for sports to come back.
Oh
With
yeah.
but with no fans.
Yeah.
With no fans.
Yeah. Well, they're saying that about schools too. Now, are we ready for that? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm
My
glad I don't
son,
have a, I'm
my
glad I don't
son,
have a child and have to make that
my
decision.
son is dying to go to school. He
Yeah.
was like, he said, "Daddy, I ain't gonna do no schoolwork. They let me stay at home."
He spends enough time on his Xbox, so yeah,
Hey,
not.
at least he know though.
Yeah.
At least you know yourself.
His
Yeah,
mom's a teacher though, man. She
his
might she might break down making.
and she got to go.
But
She doing half and half, so she got to do half in the school and which I don't know how that works because the 5-year-old supposed to be in kindergarten this year. So we'll see.
all right. So anyway, I think those could be the video boards could be a distraction for some shooters. But I got a call in. I'm going to see what it costs to get the preachers from the bleachers podcast on one of the video boards for a 30-second spot.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
props to Steven Jackson for doing the Black Lives Matter George Floyd thing was his boy, but he says some remarks. His Up in Smoke show, we might be able to get that slot, bro.
We might. Let's
We
keep.
might
Let's
get
keep. ESPN didn't hire us. Let's
yeah, Showtime. He on Showtime with his podcast. Hey Steven, I love you, man. Keep doing that thing for the people. But if them people call me and say, hey, we got a slot for you on Showtime to do the podcast. I mean, I know you. Have you seen the podcast?
No, I have not.
They just be sitting on there just smoking the ganja. That's weed for all you square white folk. But they be over there just smoking the ganja and talking about basketball and life. So I figure me drinking some watered down margaritas,
It ain't gonna
it be
hurt.
just, it be just as cool. Showtime, baby. Holla at your boy.
Right on. So the next man, the Clippers road is going to be tough in this NBA. They lost Patrick Beverly and Montrezl Harrell. They were favorites to go to the Western Conference Finals. See who they might get there with. But man, without Harrell, without Patrick Beverly, I don't see them making it that far.
Man, let's be clear. When have you ever known? I wish I came up with this stat so I could sound super smart. This ain't. I don't know where I seen it, where I
You
got
didn't
it
have
from.
to tell anybody, wasn't you?
That I'm not super smart.
That was your stat.
I'm sure they can figure that out.
All
But
right.
when have you seen two players that come off the bench that average 18 and still had two superstars in the starting five?
Yeah.
Never, never. And now you don't have them. You know what I mean? Montrez, I'm talking about. You still gonna have Lou Williams, who,
Yeah.
by the way, I didn't know was playing. Sweet Lou playing that. But
Yeah. You
now
kept saying he's not going to be there. You were
Sweet
wrong, sir.
Sweet Lou in, Montrez, Patrick Beverly out.
Yeah.
That does not look well for the Clippers at all. But I still think they can be in the Western Conference Finals because I believe in Doc Rivers, man. Doc Rivers is a hell of a coach. Chi-Town's finest. West
You
Side.
know, I'm not going to ever bet against Kawhi because Kawhi can just make it happen, man.
I
I mean,
could bet. I could bet against Kawhi. It ain't like, I mean, Kawhi. Listen, I love Kawhi.
If it was Kawhi alone on a team that's not that good, maybe,
What
but
the hell?
Kawhi with a couple of players around him,
What has Paul George ever done?
he won a lot of games in Oklahoma City,
He won a lot of games in
in
Oklahoma City.
Indiana, but he's never played with a guy like Kawhi, right? I mean, he's, Westbrook, I guess, but yeah,
I'm,
I would take Kawhi over Westbrook.
I think we realize. I think we were. Yeah. I'm gonna take Kawhi over Westbrook just because I saw what he did with Toronto. But before Toronto, I would have told you no. I would have told you no because I still don't know how Toronto even look as good as they do without Kawhi.
Coaching.
But but that group definitely coaching. But the group that team from Toronto last year, I don't see championship on it. Even that they won and it's still hard for me to look at it and see championship. Fred freaking Van Fleet is a major player for that squad. He an NBA player, Dave, but major like like gotta be coaching, gotta be part Kawhi. It's hard for me to look at that squad and be so that's Kawhi. Kawhi did that. Kawhi did that. When you
Yeah.
was with San Antonio, Tim Duncan did that. So I ain't giving him no whole lot of superstar. And so I'm trying to say the same thing. I mean, you always give me crap when I say Dak deserved the money. You always want to say, what did he do? What the hell did Paul George do? Same thing. Did he even make it to I think did he make it to one Eastern Conference Finals?
Is Paul George asking for 40 million a year?
I think Paul George getting 30. So that's another story for another day.
All
But
right.
but my point is, did he even make it to an Eastern Conference final? I'm thinking maybe he played in maybe one or two and lost to LeBron. Maybe was Paul George on that squad at that time? What? And if he was he the Paul George we think he is now? I'm just saying, man. Paul George and Kawhi. It's something about being with somebody. I think you need a little bit of tension and a little bit of adversity to make you have to overcome something. Just like with Cat, Carl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo, that ain't gonna work. Y'all too damn buddy. You need a little bit of damn adversity. You need somebody that's gonna stir the pot. And I
They had a
feel
lot
like
of adversity, and that didn't work out either
who
with Jimmy Butler.
I said a little adversity.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. A little, not a
A
lot.
little adversity. I didn't say dude just attacked the whole organization, right? But that ain't gonna work, man. Two really good friends, and we're both just nice guys. I feel the same way about Kawhi and Paul. Kawhi's a killer on the court. We saw it, but I don't even know. Even with Kawhi, I think the biggest wild card again with the Clippers is gonna always be Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, I think he coached on two different levels. Like we was talking about earlier, how some like when I was saying Joe Girardi just have a certain sense about dealing with people and how to get the best out of people. It might not even be nothing about his X's and O's and his baseball game. I think Doc Rivers do it both ways. I think he can X and O you. I think he also good at handling people and personalities. So I think I mean, listen, when you can convince Montrezl Harrell somewhere else might have been complaining, saying, "Hey man, I need more minutes."
Yeah.
But when you handling ego, you got Lou Williams, Patrick Beverly. Good lord, you got these people like this on your team, and they all still cool. You see what I'm saying? We bring in one of the Morris twins, we instantly put him in the starting lineup. No big deal. Like
Yeah.
nobody say nothing. So Doc is
Mhm.
very good at handling his X and O's, that coaching basketball thing. He's also very good at handling personalities and then blending it all in together. So the Clippers gonna always be a threat to me. I don't care who they got. I mean, think about what they were doing before they got Kawhi, before they got Paul George. They were in the playoffs, dude. They ain't had nobody on the squad that been in the league over 3 years. I mean, the man know what he doing when it comes to this damn basketball.
He's got a lot of clout. I'm just saying the road is more difficult for them right now. So
I mean,
I can't say they're going to make it to the Western
it's
Conference
more
Final.
difficult, but I think they still make it to the Western Conference Finals. And as good as Doc might be, he ain't beat no doggone LeBron.
Yeah,
Not no healthy rested LeBron.
yeah, no kidding.
No.
So All right, so the NBA moved the draft lottery up 5 days to August 20th, and I was like, why? I mean, it's whatever. What does that change? Is
They,
there something I'm not seeing that there was a reason to do that? I don't know what it
did they
was.
move up the draft too, though?
No, it's not changed.
So the draft is still the same, but the draft lottery is not. Like
Right.
that don't even make sense. They could do that crap tomorrow.
They
Like
got
it's
to have
just
a
the
reason.
draft lottery.
I haven't heard the reason yet, or the
You
articles I
know,
read, I just missed it or something. I can't.
all we determining is who getting what pick, right? That's been determined the second that they.
Right.
But the second that they said, "Oh, we taking these 22 teams to the bubble," and then whatever your record is, the bubble games does not affect your ping pong balls.
No, it doesn't.
So they could be doing that now. They ain't even need to move it up. They could do that
You're,
tomorrow.
you're right. They should. I don't know why they don't.
No,
Well, August 3rd is the day that college guys who have declared for the draft
that does
can
not
say, "Hey, I'm
affect
going
your
back."
draft position, though.
Hey, it may not, but they might say, "Hey, I'm going to go top 15, and these are the 15 guys right here. I don't want to go one of those teams. I'm just going to go back and play." I don't know. I think that's a stupid thing. I can't see that happening, but there might be somebody who uses that as some sort
Yeah,
of
we got cats leaving high
reason.
school going to the G League for three, four, $500,000. So I don't know why you gonna turn down number 15 pick money.
Yeah.
So
And that's a good segue there because like some another
that's me
top
trying to get my
yeah
professional radio on right there.
there you go, good segue, sir, good segue. So I forgot his name and I kept looking for it and looking for it, but once you miss it in the articles, man, it's like
It's
way
gone.
down, you
It's
can't
gone.
find it.
That's
So
why I
but
said
he was a
Tennessee
top five prospect, so he's going to the G League too, and I can't wait to watch that G League prospects team,
G
man.
League gonna be bumping.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
I,
be driving out to Frisco where tickets are ten
I,
dollars, and
I was just gonna say I hope we get to pay G League prices too.
yes, $10. Well, if they let you in by then, they'll let you pay whatever you want to come in just to get some money back in the coffers. So, man, I can't. I thought I'd never in my life say this. I can't wait for G League. So I really can't wait for G League.
Yeah,
So, and then the draft combine is still not scheduled. Um, I don't know how they're gonna have to do individual workouts, and
yeah, where they gonna go? Yeah, they used
uh,
to go to Chicago every year. Now you're just gonna have to like, I don't know, man. They should just do it like the NFL, not the combine part because they do that. What I'm talking about is just have the top 5, 6 guys come to your facilities. That's
yeah,
the only way you'll have to do it. I mean, like if you the Bulls, which you probably gonna end up with the seventh pick, there's probably 2 or 3 guys that you don't have come to your facility because they not falling to seven. You follow what I'm saying? So
yeah.
get those 5 to 8 guys that are probably, that you'll probably be picking, and have them come to the facility and work them all out individually. That's the only way you're gonna do it. Can't be no more combine. They
Yeah,
put the list in. I think it was 108 players, 108 players
yeah,
that they want to see.
yeah. So that's a man. When 60 get picked, they're gonna look at 108.
When I look at
They
108,
they got to fill out those G League rosters. So okay, so we talked about this a little bit during the week. What would you take into the bubble? Some guys taking some weird stuff in there. Uh, Man, mine are all basics, man. Is there anything weird or is there something that you would take into the bubble if you were going that you just could not live without?
strippers, bands to make you dance,
That I tell you
bands to
what,
make you dance. Yeah,
that NBA lifestyle, a stripper could make a lot of money.
saying, man, yo,
Yeah.
I'm the 10th, 12th man on the bench. I ain't got nothing to do. I make about $2.5 million. I gotta go wave a towel. Yay, LeBron, go, man. That stuff gets tiring, man. I need a little stripper to release my tensions.
Hey,
And
yeah.
and
If we
just
ever do
let's
a
be clear.
show, if we ever get paid for
Let
a show, we're gonna have to do it on Showtime.
let's let's be clear. I said strippers.
Yeah,
Make
more than one. Yeah, right.
jokes.
Yeah.
Jokes.
Well, you'd have to put a whole bunch of them in there because there's 346 players, right? You need more than a couple.
They my strippers. They can get their own
Oh,
strippers.
just your own strippers. My bad.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
You asked me what I want.
My bad.
You asked me what I would bring. Strippers.
You're not sharing.
No. We can't share because of COVID, brother. You gotta get your own.
I got you. I put some mundane things, man. I said, I'd take my Xbox and some books and, you know, my bike. I didn't take anything really crazy or anything like that. But some of those guys have their own like Xbox, containers with their own picture on it, wrapped in there and all that kind of stuff. So some guy took like 15 pairs of shoes. I'm like,
PJ
listen,
Tucker. That's my
PJ
man.
Tucker.
I love PJ Tucker.
If I'm going into this bubble, I'm not doing anything but going between the hotel room and the basketball court and the hotel. I'm taking like 3 pairs of shorts, a couple of tank tops. They're gonna.
What you got there? How many pair of shoes you got there?
I got like 3.
You have 3 pair of shoes total.
I got one of them that's like boots. They're Timberlands that I wear when I ride my motorcycle. I got 1 pair of sneakers that I wear to work. And, I got an old pair of sneakers that I use when I ride my bicycle. So, and then that's it. I don't even have dress shoes anymore. My dress shoes all got worn out. I threw them away. So
see, that's what I'm saying. So if I was in the NBA, I would probably be PJ Tucker, brother. Just right here next to bro, man. I mean, like
disappearing.
I ain't even got PJ Tucker money, man. But I like to keep my shoes. You know what I mean?
All I see is the scoreboard. There you go.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I keep my shoes in little neat boxes too, man. Like PJ and them be doing, man. I
don't care that much about shoes.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's a lot for a man though.
Yes, it is.
Probably got, I don't know, 30.
You know who else collects shoes? My mother.
Yeah, your mama's a smart woman. Your mama's a smart woman, man. But shoes are like rims on cars, bro. You know what I mean? Like you put you can't overdo it, but you put some nice rims. You put some nice rims on your $20,000 car. It suddenly is a $30,000
You know
car.
what? You know what? I get it. If you're out in the world, if you're not in this bubble, and you're going out to the club on Friday and Saturday night, you're trying to represent.
Bro, I'm gonna be on PJ Tucker gonna be on the court. You're gonna see his shoes.
Well, that's different playing shoes than
That's all he got is tennis shoes. See, like that's the thing now, bro. Let me hip you. I thought you watched TV, but people don't even wear dress shoes that much with suits no more. They wearing tennis shoes now, especially them all white joints, right? So it started out, yes, people
What's an all white joint?
What do you mean all white joint? Tennis shoes, shoes.
Okay.
Come on, white guy. God dog it.
Joint is a shoe? Is that what that is?
It could, oh my Lord Jesus. It could be anything. It could have been a car if I was talking about cars, but we talking about shoes. It's a pronoun right now. Joint.
Okay,
I'm all white. Yeah.
Right.
Black.
I'm getting educated.
Get your black ebonics and slang on right here.
Sometimes you forget I'm not black.
Damn, it's been enough years. But anyway, my point is they don't wear no dress shoes with that. And then when they do wear the dress shoes, they might have like some velvet joints with no socks. Man, we doing things differently with the suits. Yeah. But all white joints, usually some all white Nike Air Force Ones, something like that. Or if you just got them all white LeBron 17s, those are cool too. You can rock those. They usually don't come in all white. But I'm just saying, when you rocking a suit, a lot of brothers ain't wearing dress shoes no more. I still got a few dress shoes. I still got them ones that Dion gave me with three different color blues in it: slate blue, cobalt blue, and a navy blue with some tassels on it. Did you come to my graduation for college? I wore them that day. 2009 when I graduated, I wore them on that day right there. Boy, I was clean. I had a peach jacket with the blue and the blue pant. Woo! I was cleaner than the board of health.
You can put up a picture next time of your outfit.
Back to the shoes, man. Yeah, PJ Tucker only wear gym shoes. He only wear dress shoes, and he got 20 games left, 8 whatever. You know what I mean? We with the Rockets, so I'm gonna figure he's gonna play at least 15 games. That means you need at least 15 pairs, but sometimes you can't make up your mind. I'm about to get on the plane and fly out. I had issues just trying to figure out which ones I want to take. I only got 30.
Yeah. If I'm going into the bubble, I'm bringing like maybe a couple pairs of shoes, a week's worth of shorts, and a bunch of sleeveless t-shirts. That's it.
And
That's
see, I need my shoes.
all I'm doing.
I need my shoes because the strippers got to carry something.
Moving on. Moving on. All right, NFL, man. Not a lot going on in the NFL right now that I could see, but the Rams announced that their new stadium is going to open with like almost no attendance. So
20%.
I heard little or no attendance.
So who's okay, might be the Rams. Somebody said we just gonna do 20%. I know
Yeah,
here in Las Vegas, Mr. Davis say, nah, I'm thinking about doing no fans. He said,
yeah,
he said this is not what I envisioned when I built my stadium to
yeah.
have
No kidding.
just a
Well,
few people in the stands.
they're both brand new stadiums this year. So the Rams Stadium and the Oakland Stadium.
Uh, not, not Oakland.
Oh, what? It's
Not
not?
Oakland. It's Vegas, baby. Anyway, the point is, if they just sit tight and let the NBA do their thing, we'll see how these video boards work.
Yeah.
The NFL, NH, everybody might need to be putting those in their stadium.
I tell you, man, put noise in your stadium. You got to sell that thing where I'm sitting on the computer watching the game at home and I can press that button. And
They're trying to do that. That's already part of the NBA, but how many fans is it? I don't know. How they choose the fan, I don't know. But that is a part of the solution for the NBA with their new video boards is to
Yeah.
actually have fans in their house hitting
Now
buttons.
that's cool. I like that. Excuse me. I like that. So, but in light of this, they're already saying, hey, September is when the season starts, but we're not going to have people in attendance. I don't see our trip to Charlotte going very well. To the Chicago
I
Panthers
don't
game.
care. I don't care what you say, brother. I'm going to North Carolina.
All right, we'll
Game or
go.
no? Yeah, yeah,
Hopefully we get in.
yeah.
We
Game or
we
no
get
game.
we got the tickets. So they changed the NFL training camp roster. Started 80 this year, and instead of 90. And I was like, so what? Those guys, last 10 guys, probably weren't going to make a team
They
anyway.
supposed
So,
to be in the XFL anyway, right?
right. If that ever comes back. So it makes the cuts easier, I guess. Are they going to expand rosters in the NFL this year? Have you heard of that? I heard there's some talk about it early on, but I don't know if they've made any decision on that. So,
So
um,
here's the best part is no preseason games.
yeah,
I ain't never understood why they do preseason games. Listen, do college has preseason games? No. They do what they got to do. They go out there, they handle their business, practice well, and go out there and play a cupcake in the first game.
yeah, but
But
in college, you know who your teammates are. I understand having a couple preseason games in the NFL because you need to see some guys get some game reps at game speed, kind of thing, and see that because they're not really doing that at practice.
do
So
they
I get it.
do they pay coaches in college?
They do pay
And
coaches
they
in
do pay coaches in the pros too. So
yes,
if these paid college coaches can get it done, you can get it done too. That's all I'm saying. That we paying you. We don't need no doggone preseason games, man. I need a preseason game to be able to tell you if you can perform or not. I should see it in practice.
I think
They always talk about that, Dave,
well,
about
practice isn't always game speed, man. You know that.
and I'm finna tell you something that any legitimate, especially legitimate football coach knows. You make all your adjustments from game one to game two. Whatever you at from that point on, that's probably who you are. You can't make any more incremental adjustments on the individual or who gonna play. Like for example, let me just put it on a high school level. That guy that's killing people in practice, getting game one, all of a sudden be gun shy. He don't play a lot in game two. He might not play at all in game two. But from that point on, like once the lights is on you and you ain't never done it before, now we see who you really are. That's what I'm saying. When the lights is shining, we see you. So I'm saying it's the first game for you and it's the
Yeah.
first game for your opponent.
But
So
wouldn't you, as a coach,
it's not. I
Wouldn't you rather? Wouldn't you rather know that and like after the first preseason game and not
They
the
don't
first
play in the
NFL?
preseason,
They
David.
do.
They
The
don't.
starters sit. You never see,
That's
a
that's what
Pat
that's
Mahomes.
what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm saying. You make him an argument. Pat Mahomes is going to play 25 plays.
Right.
So why do I need to play preseason games?
But to see the other guys, those last like 20 or 30 guys, you're like, does this
When
guy
are
have
you going
a team or not?
the likely odds of, I mean, I understand injuries happen. Injuries is a part of the game, but the likely odds of you having 5 people get hurt in a game on one side of the ball is not likely. But if this one linebacker get hurt, yes, the other team know he's a backup. You also know he a backup. Make an adjustment. You're a coach. Make an adjustment for your second string player that's playing that you're not sure about. Make an adjustment. That's all I'm saying, dude. We don't need all in a preseason game. We don't need that. We don't need that.
I disagree. I don't like having a bunch of them, but I think one or two is good.
All right. You need
So
like you that they have scrimmages, bro.
it's not the same.
Man, I'm gonna say that you get more knowledge from watching the Cowboys and the Raiders in the scrimmage from a coaching standpoint. You probably get more knowledge because first of all, I can put you in certain situations. I can say, hey man, it's 3rd and 2. You see what I'm saying?
Isn't isn't a scrimmage what a preseason game is? Aren't they kind of the same
No,
thing?
because you control everything in the scrimmage. You're right. You control you can I mean, I don't know if you know, but we used to do this in, ba- in basketball tournaments that we held. We would tell the ref call it tighter against us because we could. So you control more things in the scrimmage. You can determine the down and distance. We can determine which goal we want to play on. We can determine, okay, if the wind is blowing this way, let me see if my kicker can kick it into this wind. You control everything in the scrimmage. In the football game, a preseason football game, they're pretending it's a
Oh,
real game. So
so
there's situation.
when
So you may never be in a 3rd and 2 situation if you playing the Kansas City Chiefs in a preseason game.
when you say scrimmage, you're talking about against your own team. I was thinking like the Rams against the Raiders kind of thing on a.
That's what I am talking about.
Okay, well,
The
because it
coach,
sounds like you're talking about against your own. You get to choose like
no,
which way your offense is going, and the other coach doesn't say anything about that.
yeah, but they come to a decision. I
Okay,
mean, just like any other, they say, "Hey, coach, I'm going to run 35 plays today," right? They might even determine, "Hey, I'm only going to run 5 plays. Put your best five, put your best cornerbacks out here." You see what I'm saying? I
yeah.
want to see your best receiver. I want to see your best receiver against my best corner. Let me see what he got. Let's just run a fade route. You follow what I'm saying? Let me see a fade route in the corner. Let me see how he defended. You control more in the scrimmage. You can put them in positions to see what they really got.
Yeah, I still like the preseason. Scrimmages, yes. Okay, that's fine. But I still think you need one or two preseason games. Uh, anyway, moving on. NCAA coaches. So a lot of the top coaches still have not taken any pay cuts during the pandemic. So there's a lot of guys that have. There's a lot of guys that haven't. Um, man, students aren't going to be there. Schools are hemorrhaging money. A lot of the smaller schools are canceling sports programs. You got guys like Saban, Dobble Sweeney, Jimbo Fisher, John Calipari, Roy Williams, people making big money, not not taking any pay cuts. And I tell you what, those guys have earned millions for years. Taking a year off from those millions is not going to hurt them. And the school will probably make it up to them later. When everybody gets back in school, we're going to catch up on that pay. It's like the NBA now doing putting some money in escrow and all that kind of stuff. So I don't understand why. Coach K makes like 7.5 million. He's taking a pay cut. So a lot of the guys that are, I'm just like, hey, hold on to it for a while. I'm doing fine. I don't need this. I don't know.
I agree and disagree. So I
Yeah,
just want to talk about uh, specific people like Jimbo Fisher from Texas A&M
yeah,
getting 7.5 million. What's my guy? Colin Perry get 8.2 million.
yep.
Right? They shouldn't give nothing back. because none of the money came from the athletic budget. They getting paid through boosters and whatever and what have you. Those guys got
Okay, I
so
get that.
if your money ain't coming from the school,
I get
then
that.
you absolutely should not be giving it
Well,
back.
so some of those guys they have percentages on them. So whatever percentage you're getting from the school, maybe take that pay cut.
Like Dabo's got getting 9.3, 4.4% of that coming from the school. Get that 4.4% back. But
I get that.
you still go at 9 million. Dabo gonna still be straight. But if Dabo was getting 37 million a year and none of it came from the school,
Yeah.
none of it comes from the athletic budget, Dabo keep your 37. But
Okay.
we should all, because we talking about, because now if the 0% comes from the school, you ain't hurting the school. So we gonna give the money back to the guys that they got billions anyway.
Yeah. Right.
Like no, that
Okay.
don't make sense.
I get that. I understand that. I mean, yeah, but schools are hemorrhaging the money. So I mean,
If you
yeah, just
hemorrhaging
keep it,
money and
and
you
they'll
get
make it up. They'll make it up later. I bet you they will.
this, and this is just a salary. This ain't
Yeah.
got nothing to do with the shoe contract, right? If you got a shoe deal and you making 10 million and only 1 million come from the university, right? Get that one deal, but get that 1 million. But the university need it, and you still got your Nike deal. Nike ain't pulling out. Nike still paying everybody.
Yeah. They're still selling shoes.
They
So
still selling shoes.
and shorts and tops and everything else.
Amen.
So anyway, I thought that was an interesting thing this week. So, but it, of course, it's the guys that I really don't like up there at the top. Saban, Roy Williams, Calipari. So anyway, and of course, my guy, Coach K, was benevolent and took his pay cut. So all right, so let's move on to the off season. Now we talked about this a little maybe offline before, and somebody else added to it. So the T-Wolves are for sale. And the Washington football team, I don't know what to call them right now. I'm going to call them the Warthogs because I like the Warthogs. I think that's a great name.
Hakuna Matata.
Nah, man.
That's all I think of Warhogs, bro.
You don't want to see a warthog in real life in the wild, man. He will tear you up.
They
So
ain't are they planning to have a real life warthog war? It ain't gonna matter. I can't even say the doggone word, but
in a
they ain't gonna have
cage.
a mascot on the sideline like they do in college. So
The
it's not
Bengals have had they had a Bengal tiger out there. I mean, they sure, why not?
not in the pros.
The Dolphins have a pool out there where there's a dolphin.
Dolphins are
So,
smart.
all right.
They know not to fool with you humans.
All right. So anyway, the T Wolves are for sale. Washington's for sale. So I think this would be a great opportunity for some black ownership in major sports. And we talked about this before. And who'd you say? Bob Thompson. There was another guy you said. I forgot his name.
Man, the rich brother that gave all that money back to the graduating classes. I can't think his name, but um, mm, but Oprah.
Oh,
I think we have really decided on Oprah since she already got her own network.
yes,
She could put all the games on her own TV station,
yes,
right? And just make all the money. She ain't even
yes,
got to share.
yes. So I think it's perfect, man. I mean, what Minnesota's not too far from Chicago, so they're about an hour up the
Is she still in
road.
Chicago? I didn't even know she was still in
I
Chicago.
don't know, but I mean that's where I mean she's been several places, but that's where she made her you know
Right.
name. So not too far away. She can't own the Bulls because Reinsdorf's not going to sell.
Ryan Dole's never gonna sell.
So Minnesota Timberwolves, Oprah Winfrey. That's what I got down. But KG said that he might be interested in putting together an ownership group for that, which I think would be awesome. Um, that would be some sort of poetic stuff there.
I did it again. My
What did you do?
memory kicked back in. Robert Smith.
Robert Smith.
That was the black billionaire that gave the graduating class. He did the commencement speech, and his gift to everybody was, and there was he gonna pay for their whole school loans, their school debt, because he said that they shouldn't have to, and he challenged all other billionaires to do the same.
Yes.
Robert Smith, that he got the money. If you can
Yeah,
pay off school loans for a graduating class, Robert Smith should own one of them teams.
I agree. So if there's two things you take from tonight's show, Tim Anderson, Robert Smith. So, but no, this is a great opportunity for some black ownership in major sports, and you got Michael Jordan in there. I don't think he's got the cash or the backup right now to buy the Redskins. I'm sorry, didn't mean to say that,
Mm.
but um, I want to see some ownership groups come together for that,
It would be nice. We need more black ownership, more black GMs, more
yeah,
black front office personnel. It would be nice.
yeah, I think
And
that's a great thing.
it's a good start to Black Lives Matter.
And Oprah, come on, Oprah, let's
We need
go.
the black Oprah right now, though. We don't need the Oprah that's loving on Harvey Weinstein and all that. We need black Oprah. Back when back when you was on AM Chicago when it wasn't the Oprah Winfrey show. We need black Oprah back.
All right. All right. Okay, so moving on, we're coming up on all about the Benjamins, man. You ready for this?
Man, I'm ready.
All right. You want to do Mavericks first? You want to do serial characters?
Oh man, so we was gonna let's do the Mavericks first. Just so the people that do listen to this show, we were gonna do our favorite teams, right? I was gonna do the Bulls, he was gonna do the Mavericks, but the reality is the Bulls is easy. So we always bump heads with the Mavericks and all. I lived in Dallas quite a while, 20 years, so I do follow the team and wish
And
them
and
success.
you should know that half of these that he's going to put on these these bills, are just trying to piss me off. So.
No, no, dog. I wouldn't do that to you, bro. I mean, but the like for the bull, just to run through the Bulls on the $1 bill, I put Derrick Rose, youngest MVP ever. Also, by the way, his speech was much better than KD's. He was the first one to acknowledge his mama. I'm so tired of people just giving KD all that love. Oh, soft, boop boop. I'm about to cuss around here. Bye, KD.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose, $1 bill for the Bulls. Number on the $5 bill, Michael Jordan.
Only five.
Uh, $10 bill, Michael Jordan.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
$20 bill, Phil Jackson. $50 bill, Scottie Pippen. $100 bill, Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
It's pretty simple,
All right.
right? Them the only people that ever really truly mattered of consequence in the Bulls' whole organization.
Tony
I,
Kukoc.
can, so with that being said, we just moved to something where it's actually a debate.
Okay.
Your favorite team with the Mavericks. Who you got at the $1 bill?
At the $1 bill, I kind of did an aggregate, and I did the late '80s playoff team, like Aguirre and Ro Blackman, Derek Harper, just that '80s squad, because
I
that
agree with
really
you. I
brought
I agree with you. I
brought
had at my $1 bill for the Mavericks, I had Rick Carlisle. I think he just underrated as a coach. The
yeah.
guy got he I mean, he know what he doing when he talk about putting a team on the floor. He took some of the most craziest. He had sometimes he had players, sometimes he didn't, but they still were competitive. Listen, he made
Yeah.
JJ Barea a player. Rick Carlisle, dollar bill for the Mavericks.
All right. Who you got at the five?
At the five, I went with who you had at the number one. I got the 1987-88 Mavericks
All right.
because that was the first time that
I like this.
basketball was important
In
in the
Dallas.
probably in all the great state of Texas,
Yes,
but
I agree.
definitely in what I mean, like I mean, Houston had some teams in the '80s, but Dallas basketball was nada. Not, I mean, nobody give a crap. But 87, 88, again, like you say, Mark Aguirre, Ro Blackman, they had a rookie Roy Tarpley on there. Oh man, they gave the Lakers all that they could handle.
Moody
98,
Madness.
1987, 88 Dallas Mavericks would be on the $5 bill for me.
All right. I got Jet Terry on the five. Hit
All right.
a lot of big shots. A lot
All
of big
right, all right, all
shots.
right.
A big part of that championship team was around for a long time. Uh, we stood next to him at the Plano Athletic Center.
Yeah. We was coaching
PSA.
basketball, and his girls was playing on a court across from us. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really cool. That Jet's my five. All right. Who you got on the 10?
Number 10, I got Don Nelson.
Don Nelson. He
Don,
brought a lot of wins.
he brought a lot of wins. I
Exciting.
mean, like Rick Carlisle, better than Carlisle, if you ask me. The man understand basketball. He also understand how to have a good time. He out there in Hawaii right now growing marijuana.
Yeah.
So you gotta love a dude that know how to work hard and play hard, but just a smart basketball man. It's hard not to put him on the list. Like he he made the Mavericks important again
Hmm.
after 87, 88, after those teams kind
It
of
was a
died
long
away.
time.
Mark Aguirre went to the Pistons and won a title. Roy Tarpley is somewhere doped up in the. I mean, Derek Harper went to New York, and then basketball just fell off. Right? They tried with Jamal Mashburn
Jimmy
Jason
Jackson.
Jim Jackson, the 3J. Basketball just fell off. Then Don Nelson came to town, and basketball was important again. So I
Yes.
got Don Nelson at the $10 bill.
Okay. This is where I got Luca, and Luca brings that value to the Mavericks because he is the after Dirk, the guy who's bringing the excitement to the Mavericks for the next 10 or 15 years. So I think that he's brought a lot of that value in the first couple of years where everybody thought, and I myself included, that when Dirk retires, it's over. We're going to go back to those mid 90s days when we were crap and we're going to suffer through it until it takes a long time until we finally figure out how to draft again. We got to get rid of Donnie Nelson to do that. I wish he'd go out live in Maui with his dad and smoke some weed. Uh, but Luca's bringing that and keeping that hope alive and that bringing us back to importance again, or keeping us at importance after we lost that that aging veteran, that Hall of Famer. So Luca is my $10 bill.
All right, right on, right on.
All right.
At 20, I got Donnie Nelson, the guy that you don't have on your list at all, because
Yeah.
he drafted Luca. Because he would have drafted Giannis. He was begging and pleading to draft Giannis. So I mean, he got some Roddy Bobois on his list,
Got a
but
lot of Roddy Boubois on his
but
list.
Roddy Bobois could ball. He just broke his feet. Ain't nothing you can do with broke feet, brother. He drafted some player. But listen, if you the person that's responsible, any responsible for Dirk and Luca, dude, you gotta be on the list, bro. You on the list. If you help bring in Luca and Dortmund, man, you on the list, man.
Listen,
I got little Donnie Nelson at the $20 because he drafted Dirk, or he was part of the process, drafted Luca, and begged begged them to take Giannis in that draft, and they decided to go somewhere else. Don Nelson, Donnie
if he
Nelson, little
if he was
little
if he
whistle
was
they call him.
if he was better at his job, he would have convinced Mark Cuban that Giannis was the guy. And you got the seventh pick, man. It was hard to make a bad decision there. He could have ended up with Trey Young instead. So either one, not too bad. It would have been hard to make a
Yeah,
mistake there.
you can't say what he would have. We could listen. I gave him
That's fine.
I gave him Roddy Bobois, right? I ain't trying to pretend that he didn't do bad jobs somewhere, but
Yeah.
drafting, being a part of the Dirk draft, you traded Robert Traylor trash for Dirk Nowitzki, bro. Man, if you
But
and you
talk to me when you catch a guy like Ginobili in the late 20s, or somebody like that's going to have a career where they help win championships. Well, he's
these
got
two.
nobody like that
I
that he
mean, he did.
drafted outside
Listen,
the.
he did drive Josh Howard with number 29, and for 5 years, that dude was legit. He did draft Marquise Daniels even later. I think Marquise was the second round, and for 3 years, where they drafted at. Listen what he did, listen what he did. You said late round picks.
He
He
was a
drafted them. He drafted them, used them, and got rid of them right
with
before they fell off.
yeah.
The dude, listen, there's something the dude know what he doing, man. I got little whistle Donnie Nelson at the $20 bill for the Mavericks.
All right. For me, my $20 bill is Rick Carlisle. I moved him up. I think that without Rick, we wouldn't have a championship. That team had no business being in a championship uh, with the talent they had. They had some talent, but they didn't have the talent to beat LeBron and D Wade and Chris
Chris Bosh.
Bosh. So Rick Carlisle, he's brought a lot of wins, and that's my 20.
All
Who you
right.
got? 50.
At the $50 bill, I got owner Don Carter.
Okay.
I mean, we talk about having basketball be important on that 87 and 88 team. Don Carter did what an owner was supposed to do. He owned the team, but just as a man and a person, Carter was very prominent in the community as well. And that's hard to ignore when, like, you really the reason that basketball even got started in Dallas. So I gotta get a dude love. I mean, at a time where right now we talk about Black Lives Matter, Don Carter opened his arms to the drug addict known as Roy Tarpley over and over again. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's a white man that ever loved on another black man more than that, maybe other than you. He just put listen, I sit right here and I be funny, making jokes and all of that, but I can call Roy Tarpley an addict and I can talk down about Roy Tarpley because I know he had at least one person in his corner at all times that didn't do nothing but try to help him, and he still went left. So just for that reason alone, Don Carter could be number 50, be the $50 bill on my Mavericks, but just he is the guy that he's the beginning. He's the beginning of basketball in Dallas. So
I see that.
he's on the $50 bill for me.
And he didn't make that list for me, but he got a lot of consideration for that. If it hadn't been for that mid '90s slump where just everything went wrong while he was there,
That's the beauty about doing
yeah.
all about the Benjamins.
Uh,
Somebody got to be left off the list.
so
You and I talked about maybe we need to do a $50 on there too.
I think I think that gets way too deep. I think we're going to have to keep it on bills only.
The whole reason we went with this because it's six, because we can't do a Mount Rushmore. As people
Yeah.
already done that, right? Somebody gonna steal his idea on radio and do all about
this gives you more value. Mount Rushmore just says, "Hey, there's four guys.
So
I
four
believe
guys, and they all equal.
these rank them. I
These
like
rank.
this."
Somebody
So
on radio gonna steal his idea. Watch.
on my 50, I got Dirk.
All right.
Don't really need to say much about that. Dirk, championship, MVP, Finals MVP.
1,000 points. Flopping, fade away, what they call it? I ain't trying to be funny, man. I'm giving the man props. They call it the flamingo flop. We
the
ain't
one fade.
Yeah.
So Dirk's my 50. All right, who you got? Top guy. Tell me.
Same top guys you got at this point.
My 50 was. Okay, yeah, all right. Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban is the $100 bill because he is Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban took over from Don Carter and just ran with it.
Yes.
Right? And again, the only thing Mark Cuban ever did wrong was, ignoring Giannis. Mm-hmm. Like when his guy said, "Let's go with Giannis." But the mistakes that Mark Cuban has made with his front office personnel,
that's what I was gonna say. What was going on there?
He owned right up to it, took control of it, and said, "This is my bad." So, but Mark Cuban, man, he brought winning back
mentality.
If you ever been to a Dallas Maverick game, it's a great atmosphere. Right? I mean, these Dallas people will you know how people are in Dallas. They'll lose their mind at a Cowboy game, but they won't say nothing or do nothing at a Ranger game or a Maverick game. Well, that stopped with Mark Cuban. He pumped in excitement. He put his money where his mouth is. And, I think he's going to be there forever. He believe in the players, man. Like he does.
Takes care of the players.
He
was the first one to make that locker room like a luxury.
He's the first one to come up with a luxury room, right? Yeah. All this money I got, let me share some of this with the player. But listen, Mark Cuban is he's just all around good people, dude. And then for a guy to come from nothing to be where he at, that adds into it. He just understands that every common day man. I got a team, and he didn't overlook the little man. You see what I'm saying? And so I love that about him. And then I love to go into the Mavericks game, man. Like
he loves basketball, man. I love that.
He loved the game of basketball, like he wish he had made it himself. Yeah.
Yes.
So Mark Cuban, $100. Easy.
Right on. We're closer than I thought. That's good. I like it. All right, let's run through these cereal characters real quick. We decided we started talking about some cereal when we were talking about my air fryer last week. So who you got? Just run them through. Give me one to 10, 100 real quick.
One to 100.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about real quick, brother. This is important. This is more important than the
Take your time. I don't want to rush perfection, man. So do your thing.
At the $1 on my cereal character and the importance of the cereal, I got Toucan Sam from the Fruit Loops because it's a fruity cereal and it's kind of Fruit Loop, but he made it sophisticated. You know what I mean? He got like a little British accent to himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got Toucan. I got Toucan at the dollar,
Okay.
and then at the $5 bill, I got Sonny the cuckoo bird from the Cocoa Puffs.
All right.
I mean, is he go crazy, bro?
He goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
He's like a 3-year-old. My man just like gotta have them Cocoa Puffs, man. He go crazy for him. So I gotta have Sonny at the $5, and then 10. Gotta have the Tricks Rabbit for my $10. Let me tell you why I gotta have 10. Why Tricks Rabbit made the list and made the list so high. When you make it into a song, like you are immortalized. You know what I mean? It's a song made by Orange Juice Jones where he said, "I saw you and her walking in the rain." You know the song? Props to the white people. All right, brother. All right.
You were holding hands and
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Then you get mad props for that. But at the end of the song, he says, "You get on out of here with them hush puppy shoes or whatever it is, silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids." Man, if you make it into a song, bro, you gotta be on the list. Tricks, Sonny the Rabbit, Tricks the Rabbit. I'm sorry, Tricks the Rabbit is on the list. And then $20. Man, this is where it started getting tight, man. I started thinking about a lot of different people. Like, there's people I could have put in at 20, but I couldn't put them in at 20, so I just took them off the list. Like, I could have, like, made them down, at the 50-cent piece or something. Like, it couldn't, because then that would be less value. So I just left them off. I had to go with Snap, Crackle, and Pop from the Rice Krispies. It's 3 of them. You know what I mean? And I even sound like a little song, like Snap, Crackle, and Pop. I mean, I gotta go with Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Not only do you go with Snap, Crackle, and Pop because it sounds like a song or two, but it's multifaceted. It's not only a cereal, you can turn it into actual treats. Snap, Crackle, and Pop, bro. It's got to be the $20 bill, right? And my top 2, man, things was getting hard. At 2, just because this dude got multiple varieties of cereal and his name is on the damn box, it's got to be the Captain Crunch. Your name on the box? You can't, like, Sonny the Cuckoo Bird, his name ain't on the box. It's Cocoa Puffs, right? Nobody else. Who else on the box?
You're right.
Some people, there's other ones that made the box, but their box wasn't, the cereal wasn't that great. But this new cereal was great.
So, okay.
It's hard for me to go with anywhere else but number 2 for Captain Crunch. And number 2 for my $50 bill was Captain Crunch. My $100 bill, cereal sucks. The cereal, absolutely hate the cereal. We'll never eat the cereal. But the character, it's the Golden Crisp. It's the Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear.
Because Sugar Bear was black. A lot of people don't know that. But Sugar Bear black and like, gotta eat. Trying to steal my super sugar honey, Chris, huh? And then he just hit you with one fist out of nowhere. When you see that fist come into the screen, it looked like the black fist you see now. When people be talking about Black Lives Matter. Hey, man.
Sugar Smacks matter.
Sugar Smacks matter. Sugar Bear is number 1 because he was cool and because he was black. What you got?
All right. So, all my guys had to have a catchphrase. and it had to be their catchphrase, something they said, not something somebody else said. Not like, hey, Mikey, he likes it. No, that doesn't count. Mikey didn't say that. So they all had to have a catchphrase, except for my $1 bill didn't have a catchphrase. I didn't give him enough credit because his name is on the box. He didn't have his own catchphrase, but I had to. But he's the captain, man, so I had to put him on the dollar. He
Captain
has
at $1. All right.
on the $1. So on the $5, I got your boys snap, crackle, and pop.
What's a
So
catchphrase?
snap, crackle, pop. That's it.
All right. The
Uh,
name is the catchphrase too.
and on the $10 bill, we're seeing some Patico here a little bit again. Sonny the Cuckoo Bird. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs.
So $20 bill, toucan sand. Follow your nose. It always knows.
He said, Dave, he didn't say he said follow your nose. Like
Yeah.
he said it with a certain aristocrat in his voice. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then one you left off, and I think this is a glaring omission from
No, I didn't leave off him. I left him out. I left him out on purpose. He was going at 20. He was the guy I was talking about at 20. I already know where you're going.
the leprechaun.
Oh no. He gave concern. I thought you was gonna say the other guy.
Well, I'm gonna say him in a minute. The leprechaun. So,
Bro, I
the
will
Lucky
tell you how much
Stars.
research I did on the leprechaun because I forgot what it. He had a Sir Charles.
They're after me, Lucky Charms.
Sir Charles is the leprechaun's name.
Oh, is it?
Yes, bro, I did the research, man.
Nice.
Now, he was almost making the list. He was
Good
Sir
on you.
Charles, and they also know him as LC the leprechaun, which is just Lucky Charm leprechaun.
All right.
So yeah, he almost made the list.
So they're after my Lucky Charms. And number, the $100 bill, I just, he's like a president, man. I don't know how you don't put him on there. Tony the Tiger.
Banana Flakes deflated him.
Man, I didn't even think about Banana Flakes.
They're
That,
great.
that was around for like a minute.
Yeah,
That's it. They're
yeah.
great. That's right. Tony Tiger. He's been around forever.
See,
Like
I slaughtered
early
him.
1900s.
I'm not disagreeing with you about his importance, but I slotted him. So he was either going to be one or two or not on it.
Oh,
Does that make sense? So I couldn't.
I guess.
The value, it's the value. I couldn't make him a $1 bill. So what I did was I put in all the $100 bills and I took the best $100 bill, took the best $50 bill instead of just lessen the value. Like right now, when they put Reggie Bush and they took the Heisman away from Reggie Bush, they called they called my man VY. That's Vince Young for you
Do you
not
want
Texas. They say, "Do you want this high?" Yeah, no, I don't want this. No, I don't want this. It's the same thing. So I would rather not have it than to devalue you. To make Tony the Tiger like $10 just because you think that I just leave you off the list. It's disrespectful to put him anywhere less
All
than
right.
50.
Well, there's two that you left off that I got on there. That's Tony Tiger and the Leprechaun. So everybody's good at good catchphrase. All right. So moving on to You Suck. What you got for You Suck, man?
You suck. Man, I'm gonna be for you suck. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the governor of Nevada, Governor Sisolak. Let me rephrase. Let me just go with government in general. Y'all don't have a doggone clue what y'all doing. Mask or no mask. You got some states say you need a mask. Some states you don't need a mask. We got the President Orange saying, we're not listening to the CDC and Fauci anymore. Everything got to come through the White House. Get this crap together, man. The aliens are looking down on us and just shaking their damn head. Like we don't have a damn clue. So
See,
you
that's
suck.
that's the problem with being in government, though, is like you're responsible for all of it, whether you know how to deal with it or not.
You're responsible for all of it. I see this deal where they keep talking about um, America is not doing well with COVID. We're not responding well to COVID because we're not doing like other countries did. They paid people to stay home and stay in the house. So if people got to get out and work, guess what? If I'm going outside and work, I might also be more likely to go outside and play because I work hard and I want to sometimes enjoy it. Even in a pandemic, I might want to just say, you know what, I'm just tired of being in the house. But I had to get out my house to go to work. Man, I think maybe, once a month, I might want to go outside the house, even in a pandemic. But if you paying me to stay home, government,
That's your job.
then that's my job, and I'm probably gonna stay here and stack that paper that y'all sending me. So my you suck is the government.
All right. Well, I got two. I only had one, but but when we started working on getting the podcast up tonight, it came a second one. The first one is just drivers in the right lane that don't turn right.
Ah,
Like you get up to a stoplight, and there's two lanes to the left that are empty, and you got this guy in the right lane, and he is not turning right. You have to sit through that whole red light to wait on this fool to get out of the way and go straight. Man, if you're not turning right, get out of the right lane. There's other people behind you trying to turn right and go get somewhere. That's just annoying. The other thing is these headsets, man. I can't figure out what's. Sometimes these things work, sometimes they don't work. I got this nice little wireless headset over here that sounds great and it looks good. And about 50% of the time, we can't get it to. I can't hear you, you can't hear me. So, uh, rig. I mean, when you work, you're great. When you don't, you suck. All right. Ray's rumination. What you got?
Ray's rumination. I want to give a shout out to the University of Texas for recognizing that some of the things that they had around campus was not cool. So a lot of the players, in conjunction with Black Lives Movement, went to coach or the athletic director, president, whoever it was, and the University of Texas didn't take long to react. One of the things they did is they changed the name of the field, and the field now will be Campbell Williams Field after
Okay.
Earl Campbell and
Nice.
Ricky Williams. So
Nice.
shout out to the University of Texas for not acting like government and realizing what the wrongs of the past and how they affect the future and the present. When you got 75, you got 85 people on your football team every year, and it's predominantly black, you might want to listen. And they did. So I just want to give props to them for doing so.
And what was the name of the field before that? I mean, I knew it was Memorial Stadium.
Daryl K. Memorial. See that? So now times I'm getting it confused because sometimes the field is named one thing,
Yes, right, exactly.
stadium is another. So I think I'm saying Daryl K. Memorial, Daryl K. Royal Memorial Stadium. I don't think that was the name of the field. So I don't
Okay.
know. I
All right.
forget what the name is. And now it's unimportant because it's now Campbell Williams Field.
Right on. All right. So Dave's dialogue. I got. I want to explain my picture here. I'm a little mad about this. I got. Can you see it? I don't know if you can't see it. A little mad about this because it's a picture of a mountain in in Italy. It's my friend Paola.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she's working from home at this
Mm-hmm.
mountain out there. There's this big lake you can't see because of my big fat butt right in front of it. So it's really nice, really awesome, and I'm mad at Paola because she has never invited me to come hang out at the mountains. So anyway, that's my explanation for that. And now on to the air fryer that we had such a discussion about last week. So I tried the air fryer last week. It was tasty. I made some fried chicken. I did some shake and bake stuff, and then threw it in there. It's some of the best chicken I've ever had. It was really good.
Told you.
So I'm going to get to the going back to the cereal discussion. I'm probably going to buy a small box of Apple Jacks somewhere and try that Apple Jacks encrusted chicken, and then maybe try some make my own Captain Crunch encrusted chicken, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Hopefully it'll be great.
That might not be bad.
That was some
Like
cheese.
I
That
might
was a
try
lot of cheese right there, boy.
some honeycomb, like smashed up honeycomb on the chicken, like that'd be a honey chicken. Ooh, that sounds good. So anyway, I'm
Honey on
gonna
chicken sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah. Period. Whether it's a honeycomb cereal or not. Yeah.
However you want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
All
gotta I gotta go right now because my I'm coming. My stripper friend Honey.
right.
Hey.
All right, man. We'll check you later. Y'all have a good night. Later.